Listen to the lie you tell yourself every single morning. It is an insidious lie, and it is systematically destroying your entire future. You look at the difficult work you need to do, the empire you need to build, the physical body you need to forge, the toxic habits you need to violently destroy, and you say a single fatal word: tomorrow. You tell yourself tomorrow you will have more energy, or that next month you will finally have enough free time to dedicate to your craft. You walk around acting as if you have an infinite, unending supply of days perfectly lined up in front of you. It is time to face the sixth brutal truth. You are completely out of time. You are not genuinely busy. You are simply chronically distracted. You willingly trade the most valuable, irreplaceable currency in the universe for cheap digital entertainment and temporary comfort. You scroll through endless feeds. You binge-watch the fabricated lives of other people, and you heavily sedate your mind, all while the sand in your personal hourglasses violently bleeding out onto the floor. Tomorrow is the most dangerous, poisonous word in the human vocabulary. It is a massive graveyard where immense potential, buried ambitions, and forgotten empires go to die. Every single time you delay your mandatory duty to tomorrow, you are making a massive assumption that you will actually wake up. Look at your physical body. You think it will remain resilient forever? But every single day, your cells are dividing, your telomeres are shortening, and your biological clock is aggressively ticking down to zero. You do not have the luxury of waiting for the perfect moment, because the perfect moment is a ghost engineered by your own cowardice. You tell yourself that you need to plan more, research more, and prepare more. But excessive preparation is often just cowardice wearing a suit. You are not preparing. You are hiding. The graveyard is overflowing with brilliant men who died with their greatest work still trapped inside them, simply because they thought they had one more tomorrow. They thought the universe would give them a warning before the end. It does not. The universe is cold, indifferent, and entirely unsympathetic to your unfulfilled potential. When you say tomorrow, you are making a bet with the Reaper, and it is a bet you are guaranteed to lose. Your ancestors fought massive wars, endured freezing winters, and survived brutal famines just so you could exist in this exact moment. And you repay that immense sacrifice by sitting on a soft couch and scrolling through meaningless pixels while your kingdom remains unbuilt. The modern world engineered a culture of endless procrastination to keep you weak. Society tells you to take it easy, to pace yourself, and that there's plenty of time. This is a trap. The men who conquer history operate with a terrifying sense of urgency. You can always make more money, but you can never buy back a single wasted second. Acknowledge the lie today. To completely destroy the illusion of infinite time, we must turn to the brilliant, uncompromising mind of the Stoic philosopher Seneca. 2,000 years ago, Seneca observed the wealthiest, most powerful citizens of the Roman Empire, and he realized a terrifying truth about human nature. He wrote on the shortness of life, and its core message hits like a physical blow to the chest. Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." He pointed out the supreme arrogance of people who meticulously guard their money and their physical property, fighting viciously if anyone tries to steal a single gold coin, yet they willingly allow absolute strangers and useless digital distractions to steal their time, the absolute only thing they should truly be greedy with. Seneca understood the brutal concept of Memento Mori. Remember that you must die. This is not a depressing, morbid thought designed to make you sad. It is the ultimate, aggressive battle cry. It is the harshest, most clarifying filter you can apply to your existence. Most people fundamentally misunderstand death. They look at death as a singular event waiting for them in the distant, foggy future. Seneca corrected this illusion. He stated that we are dying every single day. The time that has already passed, the years you have already lived, belong entirely to death. You are not walking toward death. You are currently in the process of dying. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful emperor in the world, commanded legions and ruled the known earth. Yet he constantly reminded himself of his own fleeting existence. He wrote in his private journal, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." He did not let his imperial crown blind him to the fact that his flesh was temporary. But modern society has completely sterilized the concept of death. We hide our dead. We refuse to talk about aging, and we inject chemicals into our faces to pretend the clock has stopped. This collective delusion is why you feel so comfortable wasting your days. You have been completely disconnected from the brutal, beautiful reality of your own mortality. If you truly understood there is a finite, rapidly decreasing number of times you will see the sun rise, eat your favorite meal, or speak to your family, you would never waste another breath on trivial anxiety or digital garbage. You would move through the world like a force of nature. You must carve Memento Mori into your brain when you feel the urge to sleep in. Remember the eternal sleep that is rapidly approaching. When you feel the urge to retreat from a hard task, remember that the pain of discipline is temporary, but the agony of a wasted life echoes for eternity. Motivation is for the man who thinks he has 80 years to play games. Discipline is for the man who understands that today might be his absolute last chance to execute his vision. Stop bargaining with the calendar. Use it now or lose it forever. The only way to escape this paralyzing illusion of tomorrow is to become a ruthless, cold-blooded executioner of distraction. You must systematically audit every single hour of your day and violently cut out anything that does not serve your ultimate, monumental purpose. This is not about waking up early just to say you did it. It is about taking extreme ownership of the present moment. You must declare total war on the concept of later. If a difficult conversation needs to happen, you have it today. If a grueling workout needs to be done, you do it today. If the first brick of your empire needs to be laid, you lay it today with bleeding hands if necessary. This is the 6th step in the protocol. We have eradicated the victim mentality. We have destroyed the comfort zone. And now, we murder procrastination. This means you must ruthlessly cut off the time vampires in your life. The friends who constantly want to drag you down to their comfortable level of mediocrity. The mindless social events that offer no value to your future. The constant digital notifications that deliberately fracture your focus. Execute them all. You must build an impenetrable iron fortress around your focus. A man who cannot defend his own time is a man who cannot defend his own empire. You must fundamentally understand that true freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want, whenever you want. That is the definition of chaos. True freedom is the absolute, unshakable discipline to do what you must do. Right now, regardless of how you feel. Your feelings are irrelevant to your legacy. Your physical exhaustion is a lie constructed by a weak mind. Your desperate desire for comfort is the enemy attempting to breach the gates. From this second forward, you must treat your time as a lethal weapon of war. You do not store a weapon in the closet to gather dust. You sharpen it, maintain it, and use it to conquer new territory. The men who will be remembered in 1,000 years are the men who squeezed every single drop of blood and sweat out of the 24 hours they were given. Leave the weak behind in their comfortable illusion of tomorrow. Let them drown in their endless plans and their unfulfilled potential. You are stepping out of the shadows and into the cold, brutal light of right now. Your bloodline and your legacy demand that you stop preparing to live and actually start living. The storm is already here, and your time is actively running out. Stop looking at the empty hourglass. Stop waiting for the perfect alignment of the stars, and start moving with the terrifying momentum of a man who knows his days are strictly numbered. The world belongs exclusively to those who execute today, not those who promise tomorrow. Stand up straight. Silence the inner voice that begs for a delay. Murder your distractions, and begin the glorious work of building your empire in the only moment that exists. The clock is ticking. Strike the iron.